Well, Trump is right in that every single one of the legal actions taken against him has only helped his campaign. And it's the same thing with this ruling from the New York judge. Now, the New York judge is relying on the legal argument that Trump should not be allowed to make a closing argument on top of the closing argument that his attorneys are already planning to make. So he argues that procedurally, Trump would be giving a statement without also providing cross-examination, which goes against the legal procedure. However, if you notice the judge's statement on this, he doesn't mention the legal procedure. He mentions, well, I don't want you to turn this into a campaign speech. So he made it political. He didn't even cite the legal reasons for his decision. He made it political from the get-go. And so, in my view, this only helps Trump, because now Trump is going to rightly point out that the judge is acting politically and that he is trying to silence his speech.
Yeah, what do you think?
The New York fraud trial is disturbing to me. You know, it has no impact on whether or not he'll be on the ballot for the 2024 election, but it could cost him and his family hundreds of millions of dollars for no good reason at all. Number one, it is a victimless offense. Who's the victim? You cannot name a victim. Secondly, one of the Deutsche Bank loan officers who worked with Trump on a lot of these loans said that the bank does their own due diligence. It is not unusual for somebody to overvalue their property, then the bank looks at it, and they ratchet the valuation back down in their own due diligence process.
That's the way it works everywhere.
Correct. And then you have Letitia James, who claims that Mar-a-Lago is worth $18 million, I think she said it was.
Yeah,
$18 million.
Yeah, $18 million.
There was a luxury real estate broker in Palm Beach in 2021 who valued it at $1 billion with a B.
Wow.
Come on.
I mean, it's really hard to believe that charge, Mike, when we all know that you have auditors in place. That's what they do. They assess properties, they assess wealth, and it's not for the person to say this is what something's worth. They have people who they pay to do that.
Maria, this is the latest in a long line of communist tactics from the left. And this trial should be terrifying to every single private business owner in the state of New York and the United States of America. There is no reason for this trial to exist. As Mark just pointed out, you cannot have fraud without a victim. Okay, and if you have the alleged victims standing, jumping on top of their head, saying we made a ton of money, we were not defrauded, we knew exactly what we were doing, then it gets reduced to what this is. It's a pure political confiscation of private assets in the private sector. This is a terrifying trial. Remember, it's Trump that's destroying democratic norms, democratic institutions, right? Please, like this is so scary and ridiculous. This is straight out of the Soviet Union, out of communist China, and to call it anything else is totally and completely ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's why he keeps doing well, as you pointed out. You know, you look at the New York trials or the New York charges, then you look at Georgia. I mean, look, what about Georgia and Fani Willis?
You're right, and that's an interesting development as well, because one of the attorneys involved with representing one of the clients who's being prosecuted by Fani Willis released a filing accusing Fani Willis of having an improper relationship with the lead prosecutor that she has placed over her Trump case. Now, what's interesting here is that there's no explicit proof in the filings that they were having this illicit affair. However, what's really important in that case is that the lead prosecutor that Fani Willis is alleged to have had an affair with has no qualifications for the job. He has no experience.
That's not atypical.
But this is what's remarkable is regardless of whether there's proof that she was involved with him, she appointed him knowing that he had never tried a single felony trial. And there are plenty of other Georgia prosecutors who have that experience. So why did she choose him? I wonder.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, all of these attacks and legal issues for Trump. But at the end of the day, none of us can really say how this is going to play out. Yes, it's helping him, but do you think this stops him from running, stops him from winning?
I don't. No. I think he's going to be the nominee, and I think he's going to win the election. You know, of all these things that are going on, all the criminal trials, those can potentially keep him off the ballot, imprison him. But with this New York fraud trial, if they can confiscate his wealth, they can confiscate all of our wealth, all the viewers' wealth. That would set a terrible precedent.
That's how voters see it. That's why he's leading in the polls. That's how voters see it.